you guys are looking for a place to get some reliable Ultimate Team coins, be sure to check the link in the description below to cointraders.co and use code LEGACY for 5% off of your purchase. How's it going, guys? Welcome back. So the New York Rangers definitely made one of the biggest turnaround type of off seasons this year that we've seen in a while, as far as going from a non-playoff team to looking like a pretty legitimate contender once again this year. So today we're going to make all of those big moves. Well, we already made those big moves, and we're going to put those guys on the Rangers. We're going to sim up a season. We're going to see how these New York Rangers do with all of these new players on their team. First and foremost, let's go take a peek at the team. I mean, you already seen the big dog over there, Artemi Panarin, the big signing. You pick up a big guy like Panarin, you throw on a guy like Kakko. We gave him an 85 overall, but we are playing in franchise mode, so we gave him the potential, the elite, everything else, the fun stuff like that. Because that's probably where he'll land. I tried to give these guys EA type overalls where I expect EA to give them overalls going into next year. That is why we also seen Kratsov making a big jump from the KHL, coming over to the Big E's as well this year. Gave him an 81 overall. We'll see if that changes much for him. Right now, that's where he's rocking. Two final guys. Jakob Trouba. I call him Jakob. I don't know why I call him Jakob. It's Voracek's fault, really. It really is. There's nothing about Jakob that needs to be Jakob from a guy that's from America. It's Jacob. It's Jacob every time. I've never called a guy in real life Jakob. Might start, though. It sounds cool. I like the way it sounds. Jacob Trouba, though. Brady Shea, and then one other guy we did throw on here. Again, Adam Fox. Tore it up last year in the college NCAA. Looking like he's got all the abilities to be a pretty good offensive defenseman. We'll see if his defense picks up as well. He is young. You never know where the defense goes with these young defensemen. That's why he's on the third line right now. But that's why he's an 81 overall as well. He was, like I said, he tore it up. He played really well. But at the end of the day, he was a third-round draft pick, which means EA does not have the slightest clue who he is, and he is not going to be respected with a higher overall going into the game if he is, a dominant player. He might go out there and be the best defenseman on our team. Who knows? I doubt it, but, he could. But regardless, it doesn't matter. He's going to get a low overall to start the year because EA has never heard of him. So that's where we're at there. We go to goaltending. We still got Lundqvist, and we still got Georgie back there, but that is it. That is all the big moves I believe the Rangers made this offseason. Changed a lot of pieces on that team. They got a new spot just about everywhere, minus goaltender. We're going to sim up this season. Like I said, we are in franchise mode, so this will take a solid 6 years to sim up, so we will do most of the simming off of the video here, so you guys don't have to look at this and be bored of myself talking that long. So let's go ahead and get this going. Right now, our Rangers not looking too hot. We're in March. They're 34-30. I was really expecting this team to make playoffs. I thought, you know what? You got some stud goaltending back there. Young goaltending, older goaltending. Got what you need. Picked up a really good forward. A couple really good forwards. 2 first-line caliber guys in the offseason. You never know what you're going to get out of Kratsov either. Or, again, Adam Fox. And these guys look like they might not make playoffs. It's going to be very close. They had to win out the rest of the games to make it. They didn't. They lost to the Blue Jackets. But let's see. They're going to need like 90 points. They did make playoffs. So 90 points. Wow. Really low season, and they still made playoffs. They caught a huge break. Was it the Metro that was weak, or the entire division, or the entire conference that was weak that got them in there? Rangers, 92 points. Okay, they did have 92. There's a little bit close. They must have had a lot of overtime losses. Yeah, they had 8 of them. 8 overtime losses. Definitely helped them out there. They had the bad road because of it, because of 12 overtime losses. We're just killing it over there with the overtime losses. Looking at that one, I look at the Eastern Conference total, actually, is what I was looking at here. The Rangers, yeah, just barely making it in. They did have the most points out of everybody, though. I guess there was a wild card, so it's obvious. But, yeah, they did make it. 92. I was thinking it was in the 80s. So they just squeaked in the playoffs with the Rangers. They got to go up against the big bad Capitals. We'll take a look at the way the team played this season. Zibanejad with 63 points. Kakko with 61. Panarin with 52. Maybe this is why we don't do Sims sometimes, because sometimes they just don't make sense. Panarin dropped 55 points. Unbelievable. Kakko, how'd you do? 85. You're still an 85 overall, too. I thought maybe he'd get the upgrade a little bit. They're having an elite or high elite, and nothing happened. Kratsov, you go up. Nope. Nobody's getting the upgrades here. Brady Shea. Adam Fox, 14 goals, 13 assists. All right, so I thought he was going to be a good passer and a good offensive guy that was going to get a lot of assists, and he outscored himself. So, okay, that makes logical sense. He had more goals and assists. Don't really expect that one. As far as goaltenders, we can't look at those. I'm always so sad about that. It's just force of habit. Let's check the goaltenders out. Anderson, we did not put him in a starting lineup. I think he's penciled in right now, but that could change for the Rangers. Let's see what happens there. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and jump right back into these playoffs. Like I said, we got to start 2 games straight in Washington. If we can steal one just like that, we're looking good. But you got to win the home games. 2-1 loss at home. A lot of low-scoring games right now. You want to keep these low-scoring. You're not going to outscore the Capitals, I don't think. You got to keep them low, and they're playing great defensively. Another 2-1 game. This time a victory. We're going back to Washington. Can we steal Game 6 In Washington, we can. One game away from the New York Rangers upsetting the #1 seeded Washington Capitals. They're going to lose in overtime. All right, let's jump into Game 7. This has got to be it. Capitals, Rangers. I feel like we've seen this before. It seems like that type of matchup. Period number 1's complete. It is a 2-0 Rangers lead early. It's Kratsov. It's Buckley. Period number 2. The Rangers jump out to the 3-0. There's Panarin. Period number 3. It's all but over by the looks of it. You blow a 3-0 lead, you don't deserve to go to the second round. I think that's how this would go, right? So 3-0, 10 minutes left. The Washington's just got to score 1 goal. Well, not really. They got to score 4 if they want to win. But 1 goal would be great for the Washington Capitals. They're not going to do it. Point blank range saved by Lundqvist on Conley. How about that by Lundqvist? What's old? What's age? Lundqvist with the shutty against the Washington Capitals. Nothing needed more than that. He wants to pick up that first ever Stanley Cup. He can taste it. Round number 2. Who does the New York Rangers have to play? We will find out. It's the Pittsburgh Penguins. No easy task today, boys. A lot of paper and chalk where we see the same teams in playoffs. Penguins, Capitals. Got a 2-0 or 2-1 lead on the Penguins right now, though. What else can you ask for? 3-1 lead. The Rangers are ticking. Started the season a little bit slow, but they are rolling in the conference finals right now. Knocking up the #1 seed, knocking up the Penguins. It's all but the New Jersey Devils in the conference finals. What a rivalry these boys have had. It doesn't get any bigger than this. I mean, it was a rivalry before. You throw in the fact that it's the Kakko versus the Jack Hughes show. Who made the right select? Well, there's only one team that made the selection. The Rangers got the second one. Did the Devils make the right selection? No. Or should it have been Kakko? Right now, the Rangers are saying you're doing wrong. But a 3-1 series lead, though, on the New Jersey Devils. They are 1 game away from going to the Stanley Cup Finals, and they're going to lose in overtime. New Jersey with a big win in Jersey. They got to steal one in New York if they want to continue on. They're going to. New Jersey fighting back. They was up 3-1. The Rangers were going to a Game 7 against the New Jersey Devils. You thought we'd have to wait a few years for this, right? You was like, you know what? The Kakko, the Hughes show, it's going to happen. But it's going to happen 2 or 3 years down the road. No, you don't have to wait at all. It's happening next year. Enjoy it. Kakko with the goal. He says, here I am. Where's Jack Hughes at? Jack Hughes ain't even on the Devils. This ain't even fair. I didn't update it for the Devils. I just realized that. Bratton Coleman. What are the Devils even doing in the finals? They don't have Jack Hughes. They don't have PK Subban. The only team we really updated is the Rangers. And the Devils don't seem to care. They're going into period number 3 with none of them. I guess they're just going to sweep the entire conference next year because the way it's looking, they don't need those guys. They picked them up just for cosmetic reasons or something. Here we go, though. Period number 3. The Rangers are going to tie it. 12 minutes left. It's Zibanejad. The Devils, though, do they have an answer? We might be going into an overtime. This is a home game for the Devils, though. They got to pick this one up. Big win. But the Rangers, they've been hot, fellas. The Rangers have been hot right now. Does anybody plan on shooting? We've been stuck with no shots since like Kakko took one from the side there. Overtime it is. Kakko scored from that area earlier on Corey Snyder. I don't think Snyder's going to be a net next year for him. He might be. It'll be a bounce back year for Snyder. Power play Rangers. Can they capitalize? They can. The New York Rangers and Kevin Shat Deuces are going to beat the Devils in Game 7. The Rangers will be going to the Stanley Cup Finals. Right after all these big acquisitions, what a season for him. What a season. The Winnipeg Jets, the team that gave Trouba away, it must have worked out for them because they're making it to the conference final or the Stanley Cup Finals as well. And it is all even tied at 2 apiece going back to when did we get the home ice advantage? How did we get home ice against Winnipeg? Oh, no, we didn't. No, we didn't. I was going to say we was 92 points. That was going to be crazy. All right, Winnipeg's jumping out early. They got the 2-3 series lead. Or 3-2. I guess you could call it 3-2, but 2-3 sounds cool. Winnipeg's been killing it playoffs, so 15-7. Rangers 14-10, just doing what they got to do to continue on right now. And that was until this period where the Winnipeg Jets dropped 3 goals. Little Camilleri. What are you doing in the league? Welcome back, pal. You're healthy, too. How in the heck did that happen? That's how you know we turned injuries off. Little with the goal as well. Rangers bouncing back, though. Don't count them out yet. Fast. Panarin, period number 2. They was down a goal in the third against the Devils, and they fought back. Can they do it again, this time against the Winnipeg Jets? There it is. There's the goal. Buckley with the goal. Outside the circles, the Rangers are bouncing back once again. There's the power play. Can they capitalize on it once again? They cannot. The Winnipeg Jets, though, they need 1 goal. Rangers power play. Can they score? They cannot. Winnipeg power play. Can they score? They cannot. You're shooting from behind the net. You got to shoot from in front of it. If you want to score, Kyle Connor. I think that was you. It wasn't. Actually, it was Holden. He doesn't understand. It wasn't Holden. Wrong team. Oh, it's Patrick Laine. Well, that makes sense. That's why he dropped 50 points last year. He was shooting from the wrong side of the freaking net the entire time. Don't worry, Line. I ain't drafting you next year. I'll never forget. Never forget. Call it a grudge. We're going into the overtime period. That was a very smooth transition because we pronounced overtime wrong. That was good. You caught that, right? Nope. Overtime winner, Winnipeg Jets. It was none other than Kyle Connor. The boy is getting ready for that payday. Overtime winner for Kyle Connor. The Winnipeg Jets are going to win the Stanley Cup. They're going to beat the New York Rangers, but there's nothing to be upset about if you are the New York Rangers making a Stanley Cup appearance with the team they just put together in the offseason. You got to love it if you're New York, right? Here we go, though. Let's check out the awards. Feel the thrill. We really could have updated some of these rosters. You know what would work is if actually EA did roster updates past like October, then we wouldn't have to do it. They could just throw all these trade guys on the right team. Not really a big deal, though. Pedersen, he always wins the Calder no matter what. Conn Smythe went to Hellebuck. There you go, Helly. Rene with the Jennings and the Vezina. Masterton going to Sister. Giroux winning that Selke. It was the Phil Kessel show this year, boys, it looks like. Except for Tyler Seguin, it took home the Richard, but there was no New York Rangers taking home awards, which doesn't surprise us as well. Zibanejad led the team with like 63 points. Great season for the Rangers, though. Let me know what you guys thought about the video. As always, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, a thumbs up would be appreciated. If you'd like to subscribe, that'd be great. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.